Dear viewers, welcome to this edition of Your Life, Your Money. In this episode, I am going to discuss about for the age group of 30 to 45, how you can create financial freedom. I don't have any complex steps for you. Simple 8 steps. Each and every step is very important. Watch this video till the end, and if you follow these simple steps, I have no hesitation to say that you can create financial freedom with effortless ease. This is NRI Money Clinic for you, and I am Dr. Chandrakant Bhatt, your financial guide for a happy living.
NRI Money Clinic. No hype, just the right advice.
Dear viewers, we are in the beginning of 2023. People make New Year resolution. If you are a person who is in the age band of 30 to 45, you are passing through the most important phase of your life. You are a part of aspirational generation. You have a lot of dreams. You want to achieve so many things. You want to achieve financial freedom. You want to build a lifestyle. So many dreams that are in your mind. Many could be achieved, many cannot be achieved. But if you want to achieve and you want to go on a very structured path, listen to this video till the end. I will be discussing 8 simple steps. If you follow them, this can be made possible for you. Step number 1, review your past years. You would have joined the job market somewhere in the early 20s or in the mid 20s, and you would have married by this time, or you are planning to get married in the next 1 or 2 years. Review your past few years and learn from what you observe. What kind of a personality are you? Are you a person who is looking for speculative interest? Are you a person who is refusing to spend money? Are you a person who is overspending the money? What kind of an equation is there between you and your wife? What is your aspiration? Whatever that has happened in the last 5, 6, 7 years should guide you about what are the things that you need to be doing and what drawbacks you have in your life. Unless you review your past, whatever you try to do in the future may remain only as a new resolution. It may not meaningfully help you. You must learn from your mistakes or what has happened in the past. Dear viewers, I would like to hear from you. Now that you have heard me and you have done a review of your past years, please let me know what is the thing that you observed. What made you successful till now, or what made you not successful till now? What are the opportunities you saw? What are the hurdles in your life you saw? What are the patterns you observed, whether in your savings or in your spending or in your clarity? Please leave a comment below. I am listening to you, and your inputs will help me to produce the required videos. Step number 2. After you review your past years, the next step to follow is prepare your to-do list. You and your wife sit at one place or go on a drive and discuss what is that you have to do in life. You have to make everything that you want to achieve. Everything, whether it's possible to achieve or not is secondary, but you must make a list of everything you want to achieve. Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to have children or not? Where should they be studying? What's your plan for your retirement? Where do you want to retire? Anything that comes to your mind, please put it on a paper and make a list of things. Once you put this to-do list in place, the next step to follow is categorize it as this is my short-term needs. If you want to pursue a course in next 2, 3, 5 years, that could be your short-term goal. Or if you want to buy a vehicle in next 2, 3 years, that could be your short-term goal. Or if you want to take a vacation during this particular year, that's a short-term goal. So categorize it as your short-term needs and long-term needs. If you want to buy a house by age 50 and you are still 30, that could be your long-term goal. If you want to build your retirement corpus, that could be your long-term goal. So depending on when you want to achieve these things, categorize this as short-term and the long-term. Once you categorize, you know where the resources have to be allocated. The second step that you have to do is, from this to-do list, you would have listed a lot of things. You may list that I want to buy a BMW car or a Mercedes Benz or anything of the sort. Categorize them as these are my wants and these are my needs. If it is your need, under any circumstances, you must achieve that. If it is a want, it may happen, it may not happen, it may be discretionary. But when it comes to question of needs, it must be achieved. For example, educating your children is a need. Building a retirement corpus is a need. Having a decent house to stay is a need. So clearly categorize, this is my need and this is my want. First you have to focus on your needs, and then only you have to move towards what you want in your life. If you are able to categorize these two, so you are in the starting point, what is that need to be done? Step 3, check your resources. Now you have a to-do list and you have categorized them. Now to achieve that, what you require is resources. Resources here means where will the money come from? My salary or liquidation of asset, some help, wife to having income, anything could be the thing, or even your past savings also are fine. Check your resources. When you check your resources, that gives you an idea that we have so many things to do, probably we can achieve it. Or you may think it is impossible for us to have this with the amount of resources that we have. So unless you know what is the resources you have, you will not have an idea what you can attempt or what you cannot attempt. Whether you have less resource or more resources. Now the question is, first is your needs have to be met. Wants can be attended later. If your resources are so meager that you can't even attend to your needs, then you have a problem. If you have lots of money but you cannot save the money, there is a problem. So check your resources and have a mental idea whether you can do it or whether you cannot do it. Step number 4, ask yourself the question, what can go wrong? You have planned, you have checked everything, but the world doesn't conduct itself as you want it. But things can horribly go wrong. What can go wrong? List everything that comes to your mind. Let me help you with a few answers. We do not know who is going to die in that year. God forbid, it could be you. How will you handle that situation? You may lose job. If you lose job, you may not have the resources what you thought you are having. That can be a problem. You may suffer a critical illness. That's a possibility. How will you handle that situation? You may not be able to build sufficient enough retirement corpus. You may be caught in a dilemma between building funds for your children's education and building funds for your retirement planning, and probably you can do only one of the two, and you have a risk of either not having sufficient enough retirement corpus or not having sufficient enough fund for education of your children. Write down all these points, what can go wrong. Unless you find an answer for this, we cannot apply the correctives. Step number 5. Now that you know what can go wrong, this is a time to apply the correctives. De-risk your life. How can you de-risk? In the event of dying or in the event of critical illness, to de-risk that portion, you have to buy insurance, and you have to buy critical illness insurance. Insurance should be large enough. It's not that the insurance which is the cheapest, it is not the insurance of 1 crore rupee. The insurance you buy is linked to your human life value, what you earn, what you want to achieve, and what you can afford for. Nevertheless, the possibility of death is the biggest risk you are carrying at this age. Your wife, your children, your dependent can suffer in the unfortunate event of death. So buy sufficiently large enough insurance. It's just not the life insurance. What if you were to suffer from critical illness where you will not die, insurance company will not pay you the money, but you will not have a job because you cannot discharge your responsibilities. That's the worst thing that can happen for a family. When you buy life insurance, make sure you have adequate critical illness cover. What happens if you lose a job? That's a possibility. These days, jobs are not guaranteed. So any day you might lose the job. How can you de-risk? Build an emergency fund. How to do this insurance, critical illness, emergency fund, and various other things? My channel has detailed videos on these subjects. We have categorized these subjects in the playlist. Look out for the required videos in the playlist, and you will find these things. And you have a step-by-step guide how you can do that. Nevertheless, to de-risk your life from a job loss or anything which makes you stay away from the job, build your emergency fund. Your other risk could be, I'm not able to build sufficient enough retirement corpus. How can you de-risk yourself? whether it is small or big. You must start your retirement planning now. It's okay even if it is small. It could be 1,000 rupees, it could be 5,000 rupees. Remember, at this age, you may be having lesser amount of salary. Your resource could be small, but you have lots of time which is available with you. If you take meaningful steps, even if it is 1,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees per month, and you do not touch it till the day you retire, it is going to be a huge amount of money. So the way to de-risk is, don't worry if it is small, don't worry your target is too big. You must make a beginning and put it in a proper place, not trade it away, rather invest it in such a way that it is going to become a huge amount of money by the time you retire. In your do list, you would have listed a lot of wants. The wants are not needs. This is something which you want. Unless you have the wants in life, you will not grow up in life, right? But how will you make it happen? For that, you should set out on a wealth creation journey. So distinct plan for your needs and distinct plan for your wants, which is a wealth creation plan which should be resorted. Step number 6, review your life and see how you can increase your resources. Everybody wants to get a high return on their investment. The best way to build wealth is to increase your earnings. What can make you increase your earnings in life? Take that step which can increase your salaries, increase your savings. When I say increase your savings, it is not just reduction of expenses, but your earnings at a family level should increase. If you are the only earner, if there is a possibility that your wife can earn and then there can be 2 incomes in a family, you could consider changing the job. If a change of job can give you a much better salary without compromising on anything else, then you could consider that. You may think about migrating to another country. If you are living in India, you might be moving to a foreign country and think whether the salaries can increase over there. There are people who are working in US, Canada, Ireland, UK, a very high level of taxation. Their saving abilities are quite small. So you could be an NRI living in one of these countries. If you are not very happy, if you are not able to save the money, you could consider moving to another country where your saving abilities can increase, or it can bring down taxation level that you suffer from your salaries. That's a possibility. You can increase your skills. You can take up a course, or during your free time you can add some skill. If the skill is added and if your employer is prepared to pay you extra money, or if you are able to move up the ladder in a job market, do everything which takes you to increase your monthly earnings. Step number 7, remember, you cannot handle it all. At this age, you have a constraint of time. You have a family, you have a job, you have your physical needs. 3 things are vying for time. You need to give time for your family. Your body clock cannot listen to you. So you need rest, you need entertainment. You have a job, the job takes enormous amount of time from your life, and all of us have 24 hours of time. When you cannot handle it all, your financial affairs should be outsourced to a financial advisor. You can't do it every day on your own. Do it yourself. Investors is something which is on the rise. But is it a possibility? Is it possible for each and everyone? I have my sincere doubts around that. I work with people. I know what goes right and what goes wrong. Understand, this is an activity which you can outsource it. If you try to do it yourself, it takes a lot of time for you to gain confidence. You will go through the periods of doing mistakes and learning from that. That all becomes very expensive. Engaging an advisor costs you money, but it saves you time. It saves you the pain of doing the mistakes. See, there are a lot of YouTubers. Understand the business of these YouTubers. These are not the practitioners. These are the run-of-the-mill YouTubers. Young guys open a YouTube channel, put everything on an Excel sheet, starts putting sermons over there. Their business model is that they have to build a lot of subscriber base and then derive money out of it. Or they will be trying to sell some courses and through which they try to do a revenue. Ask yourself this question: whether that suits your requirement. Can you do that yourself? See, financial world is a very dynamic world. I have seen during the 30 years, it doesn't remain same. It keeps constantly changing. So what can be done through an outsourcing? Please outsource it and give it for a professional to handle it. If you're a person who is looking for professional help to handle your finances, build your wealth, then you can make best use of our services as well. How can you reach us? Simple. My number is shown here on the screen. You can reach to us through a WhatsApp message from any corner of the world. Either myself or one of our teammates, the financial guides, will help you through this journey of life where you will be able to achieve each and everything with simple steps. Do not delay. If you want that, send that message now. Step number 8. This is also very, very important. In step number 7, I said you have to engage a financial advisor. In step 8, I am telling that you should know the first aid. Engaging a financial advisor or outsourcing the activity is fine, but you should know the basics of investment. You should know what works, what does not work. You should know what is in your favor and what is not in your favor. You need not be a professional doctor, but you can learn first aid. If there is a bleeding, how to arrest the bleeding. If there is a wound, what is the precaution to be taken. What is the advantage of learning the basics? The advantage of learning the basics is, if you are working with a professional, you will come to know whether that professional is taking the right steps or not, whether the professional is acting in your best interest or not. All these things can be known when you know the basics of investing. That attempt you have to make by joining the courses, studying or watching, whatever it is, but you must know the basics of investment. I engage a driver to move around. I know the driving, then why should I have a driver? That's because it saves me time, it gives me the relaxation, and it gives me the comfort. The financial journey is no different. You should know driving, you should know the basics of investing, but you should also outsource it. Your focus should be on your career and your family. Don't miss out on your career. That's where the real money is going to come to you, not through your investment. And if you miss out because of conflict of time, then you will lose a big part of your life. Focus on your career, focus on your family, find a good financial advisor. I don't see a reason why you should fail in your life, irrespective of the resources that you have. Dear viewers, hope the video that I have done today helped you to understand what are the meaningful steps that you can take and which everybody can take to create a financial freedom. Please do like this video. If you are a person who is watching my channel for the first time, or if you are yet to subscribe for the channel, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Don't forget to share this video with your near and dear ones. Thank you very much for watching this episode on NRI Money Clinic. I shall be back with you with yet another episode of Your Life, Your Money next Friday. Till then, stay safe.
Press the bell icon for more details and subscribe our channel.